Hi, everyone. My name is Liz Giesland, and I'm a personal chef, a holistic wellness entrepreneur, and a proud Modexus advocate. Today, I have the honor of being joined by Dr. Charles Rouse, the founder of the Modexus Product Research Council and product formulator. He's a pharmacist, a pharmacologist, and a doctor of natural medicine. So, Dr. Rouse, it's so wonderful to see you, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey, Liz, it's good to see you again. And by the way, everybody who is listening, last time I was with Liz, she sure does do some fine, fancy cooking. And it's all good. And it's good to hear from you again.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Rouse. Well, I'm really excited to talk about this today and have you shed some light. But the topic we want to talk about today is the aging brain, Alzheimer's, and natural nutrition. And if you can shed some wisdom and light on this very important topic, we would just love it.
I will say I will. And keep in mind the word lift, L-I-F-T, because we're going to keep coming back to that one special nutritional project. It's a product that came to Modexus because we recognize, Liz, that brain dysfunction is a growing phenomenon. Matter of fact, one out of every three senior citizens die from or with Alzheimer's or senile dementia, some kind of dementia. So it's one out of three. And people are saying, is it preventative? Where's it coming from? People have lived older ages in the past. Why are we up to one out of every three? And I personally believe that it's the environmental toxins. I believe the world in which we live is chemically saturated, and the brain can just take so much. But we've got some good news. Once some of those chemistries get stuck in the brain, we found that there are ways to fix the problem and to focus on simplicity for positive change. That's the motive operandi for Modexus. We're here because your success is our success. And the truth is that the people that are taking lift, and whether it's a child for ADD or a senior citizen for better brain function, we're seeing in the whole spectrum, all people of all ages getting benefits. And the nutrients that are in LIFT, the lift, are there to help brain growth. Hey, did you know the brain can actually keep on growing? For years they told us, hey, if you kill the brain cell, that's it, you're done. But that's not true. In lift are special nutrients that are designed to support the blood flow to the brain. And anytime you can bring a better blood flow with all the elements or nutrients that the brain could utilize, then you're going to see something that's up and up. Now, when we talk about environmental toxins, did you know that probably some of the major problems are coming from the color agents that they use in all the foods? Yeah, those FDC, yellow number 3, 5, whatever color they name them. Anytime it's got an artificial color, now they're finding that stupid stuff gets stuck in our brain. And then look at all the preservatives. I mean, if it comes out of a box, it's got to be preserved with something. And unfortunately, too many people use too many artificial things to present and to prevent. So in lift are the basic organic nutrients that are very, very, very good for brain health. And one thing that's going to go right away as soon as they swallow it, we're going to give them a calmer mind. Some people just need to get off of that buzzsaw and just get a nice, smooth, calm. That really is effective in children that are ants in the pants, or senior citizens that are kind of rambunctious and argumentative. And lift can actually make a much sweeter person out of somebody who is kind of antagonistic. And the
Right.
healthy cognitive function, the healthy side of fixing things, is not found in more artificial stuff. We need to go natural. The brain has already got all the artificial that it wants. So we're not talking about chemistry from a pharmaceutical perspective. We're talking about God's creation. And we're talking about stuff that can physically come in there and make the brain better with memory recall. I like it when my mind can finally get around to the point and recall what I'm trying to think. And how many students want better focus and retention? You know, it's one thing to focus and read, but it's a whole lot better if you can read it and remember it. And better memory recall, once you got it in the gray matter, are we going to keep it there? And we find, Liz, that the brain is sort of like flexible plastic. I know we're not a airhead or a plastic, but we got to keep the brain, the gray matter, like flexible plasticity. And in medicine, they actually call the phenomenon of getting people well with Alzheimer's and dementia, giving them more plasticity. And when that does, we improve their attention span. I have seen patients improve their communication skills. You know that some people just lose the ability to articulate or to cognitively pull together good sentences. And anytime you can do that, lift would be the perfect nutrition for somebody who has to perform complex tasks. You know, anybody that's eye-hand coordination, anybody who has to do electrical or plumbing or construction or baking, all those things require complex tasking, because you can't just throw something in a bowl and say, well, I hope it's better. And in dementia, one of the saddest parts about cardiovascular health is that 50% of all of our bypass patients, from some reason, I guess it's keeping them under the anesthesia for so long, but 50% of all bypass patients result in brain damage of some sort. So we need a nootropic. We need nutrition that can put the brain back together. And in one product, Lift, is alpha GPC, which is the #1 nutrition for rejuvenating the brain. Cognize, which is the hyssop, the bacopa, that keeps the blood circulation really going good. Rhodiola helps with the electrical impulses. Tyrosine keeps the neurotransmitters going. And then the two berries, Lonicera and Maquis, are going to keep the inflammatory and the getting older section out. And so one vitamin called Lift, the Modexus Lift, puts all of that in there. And what's really, really neat is that we got such exciting research in the field of Alzheimer's and cognitive decline right now. And what we're learning is that in nutrition, natural medicine, that if and when you address the underlying physiological imbalances, all those things we were just talking about, that you correct the neuronal damage, that you help the cells to become cell genesis. That means that the human brain begins to relearn and retain the potential for renewal throughout life. I'm telling you, God fearfully and wonderfully made us. And now they're learning that God's creation, when properly attended to, a little more exercise, a much better wholesome diet, and good nutrition, is going to give your brain plasticity. And these little things on the end of these neurological filaments, they call them telomeres. And in Lift is a telomere enhancing nutritional conglomeration, making gray matter. I'm talking about the back, the frontal lobe, the in between, down into the, all of the gray matter is going to get better. But let me mention a second thing that's very important to cognitive decline or Alzheimer's. We're now finding that the gut and the brain are definitely connected, and inflammation impacts this. So we bring on the Lanacera longevity, which is a glutathione enhanced nutrition, and we make the gut healthier, and we take out the inflammatory responses that are going on in the gut. So when the gut, the brain gut gets fixed, now it can send the real neurotransmitters to the brain that the brain can actively function with. So go with Lift, go with Lanacera longevity, and see how much learning and mood and memory power we can put in there. And remember, endotoxins, bad junk, needs to come out. And glutathione is the the master molecule designed to go into every cell and clean out the endotoxins. If you know somebody with brain atrophy, we got to get the heavy metals out. We got to stop the amyloid plaques. We got to keep them sharp. And it's all in nootropics. And Modexus has built the way. We call it Lift. That's the brain formula. And we call it Lanacera longevity. That's the detox formula.
Yes.
And you know what? It's a perfect combination. Back to you, Liz.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Rouse. And this just is such a reinforcement. My husband and I have been on the products now just at about a year. And I can honestly tell you what a difference it's made for both of us. And we're just so blessed to have you formulate these absolutely totally unique, beautiful products that do no harm. And we're just very, very blessed to have you and these wonderful products in our lives. So I think this is, if anybody that's watching this, get back to maybe the person that shared this video with you, and anybody that might be feeling some anxiety about your brain function as you get older, or if your memory's going a little bit. There is, like Dr. Rouse said, our brains can create more plasticity, and that the brain can heal itself with the proper nutrition. So again, Dr. Rouse, thank you so much. I look forward to the next time I see you. And until then, stay well, my friend.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.